Alright, today we are going to read some Japanese folklore and urban legends. Sorry about the delay, or like a whole month since I've done anything. A few medical problems came up, but I'm gonna get back to it. For this one, I'm going to read mostly from this Tumblr called Fear of the Unknown, which I know on my Tumblr we've spoken a few times. I'm actually getting to try and find some really disturbing kind of stories. They're trying to whip up something. Don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, sadly. Oh well. Let's get to it. We're gonna start with, I hope I'm saying this right, the translator, Ubumi. This is from, of course, Fear of the Unknown Tumblr fan. They reblogged one from this person, They Hide in the Dark. This is a Japanese folklore. Ubumi, or the translator says, Ubumi, in Japanese folklore, and Ubumi, that's so weird to say, Ubumi is the ghost of a woman who died before, during, or shortly after giving birth. She will appear on dark, rainy nights around the area she died. Her only desire is to get help for her child, even if the child was not born alive. And Ubumi can appear in many different ways. In most cases, she will appear with the child in her arms while screaming for help. She will also appear as a crying pregnant woman, or as a blood-soaked corpse carrying an undeveloped fetus in her arms. Other times, they just appear as a horrific, bloody, naked, pregnant woman crying out desperately for help. If the baby of an Ubumi survived, she will try to find a living person to care for the child, often leading people to where the baby can be found. When the child is adopted, she will continue to provide for it by bringing the child clothes and sweets. They have been known to wander into shops, purchase items, and pay for them with a handful of dried leaves instead of money. If the baby died with its mother, an Ubumi will appear holding the bundled corpse of her baby. When the human approaches her, the ghost tries to deliver the bundle into their arms. If they accept the bundle, the ghost vanishes, and the bundle grows heavier and heavier until the helpful human is crushed to death. Well, that is very pleasant. Don't you just love Japanese culture? It's fun. And now, for the last one, yes, it's from Fear of the Unknown Tumblr. Big fan. This one is Japanese urban legends. Now, there's about like 7 here, but they're short, so it shouldn't go too bad. Alright. The Red Room story is an internet legend about a pop-up which appears on the victim's computer. The image simply shows a red door, and a recorded voice asks, "Do you like?" Even if the pop-up is closed, it will repeatedly reappear until the voice finally completes the question. Do you like the red room? Those who have seen the pop-up are found dead, their walls painted red, in their own blood. I'm more of a green person. The second one is Aka Manto. Manto, yeah. I'm saying this horribly. Akamanto, or Akamanto, that thing, is a spirit which haunts bathrooms, usually the last toilet stall in the women's or girls' bathroom. Some versions describe him as wearing a mask that covers extremely hideous, extreme Handsome. I'm sorry. Some variations describe him as wearing a mask to cover his extremely handsome face. Yep. Which had caused him stalking problems in life. Okay. When the unlikely victim is on the toilet, a mysterious voice will ask them if they want red paper or blue paper. If you answer red paper, you are killed violently and drenched in blood. If you ask for blue, you are strangled or bled dry, leaving your face and skin blue. Attempting to ask for any other color of paper will result in hands appearing, sometimes coming out of the toilet you're sitting on, that will drag you into the fires of hell. In other versions, the ghost will simply ask you if you want a red vest, and will then rip the skin from your back. He could also ask you if you want red or blue cloak. The only answer that will spare the person is to refuse anything he offers. I wonder what happens if you ask for toilet paper. Number 3. Fatal Fare. This story concerns a lone taxi driver making his way along the road during the night. Legend goes that a person will suddenly appear from the night darkness and hail the taxi. The person will only ever sit in the back of the car and will ask to be taken to a place the driver has never heard of. When the driver mentions this, he is assured that he will be given directions. The passenger then feeds the driver increasingly complex directions, which leads them down streets and alleys, through many towns, and even in some instances all the way from the city to the countryside. After traveling this distance, and still seeming no closer to any destination, the driver becomes uneasy. He turns around to the back seat to ask the passenger exactly where they are, but he is suddenly shocked to find the passenger has vanished. The taxi driver turns back to the steering wheel, only to drive off the edge of a cliff. Why the hell were you looking back while driving? Anyways, number 4. Gozu, or Oxhead, also known as Cowhead. Well, if it's a guy, then it can't be cow, because cows are girls. Is a Japanese urban legend about a fictional story called Cowhead. Supposedly, the Cowhead story is so horrifying that people who read it or hear it are overcome with fear so great that they tremble violently for days on end until they die. How wonderful. One variation involves a teacher who tells a ward group of school children the story, resulting in both children and teacher becoming catatonic and losing their memory. Other variations include the detail to no one is able to retell the story since they died after hearing it. Other variations include the detail that no one is able to retell the story since they die after hearing it. Okay, looks like it was a little longer than expected, so this is going to be a part 2 video like the last one. Most likely I'll upload the video right after this one, so just clickety-click and, yep, bye.